my shoulder up. I bring it into his back. So I'm putting a bit of pressure. If you watch, I'm never like this. There's never space where you can see my neck. So I'm usually putting something there, adhesion into the back. When he's gripping tight like that, this helps me control his hips a bit from my shoulders. I want to make some kind of space here too. So my hand can push, my arm can push. Some people will hang like that. If you have a choice between pulling straight, hold hard, yeah. Pulling straight doesn't give you much. But if I get in and I just ratchet the elbow down, that makes space without competing with the lock. So now I can move my chin a little bit. So he's in tight. Right, shoulder, chin, hand, all these things help. Some people will go here to take pressure. Some people will go here. Whatever you like. What I don't like is these trying to come up into the nose, the eyes. It's very hard structurally on my neck. If he's like whipping me around like that, it's gonna hurt me. What I do like is to just grab comfortably. And the fastest thing to do is to see how deep is that lock. So at first, you can work this with progressive power and then work till you'll fail to your failure. But if I have a choice between getting out standing and getting out by going to the ground, I'd rather stay standing if there's more than one person especially. So one of the more basic locks, but it depends on your skill versus his tightness and how strong it is to think of orienting the closest corner of my head towards him so that becomes my lever to pull out. Typically called a rip out. This is a staple in sambo and catch wrestling. If I try to do it by pushing my ear into his mass, he's going to move, but I'm not making any space. So I kind of have to think that from my head to my tailbone, it's one big lever, and I'm trying to pull myself back into the side. Squeeze as hard as you want. Yeah. So I make space to slide him across my head. But I'm really looking to do that. So as a basic motion, you can do it preemptively to learn it. I use kind of my shoulder to bump him and slide out. And then when it gets hard, it's on your face. You don't want to rip your ear. That's why a lot of people have mangled ears, is because they rip against the ear like that. And then both ears are getting taken. I should not be pulling out this way, taking the mirrors off the car, right? I want to take my head, put my corner into him, so this ear is protected. And then notice this ear, never forget getting hurt, it doesn't get touched. I should be protecting. So you'll get out, it's called a Van Gogh, right? You'll get out by coming out this way, it just costs you one ear, right? You wanna lean your corner in like that. Lean your corner in, and I'm pushing hard. And Jordy can attest, my head is making like a happy face on him. So that's the key, right? So do not let if you just pull out like a cat that went behind the sofa and realized, oh, Whisker says butt's not gonna fit, and you pull out, you're gonna hurt your ears, yeah? I think a bent whisker is the equivalent of a cauliflower ear in the cat jits, yeah? So you want to get that lead. That's it. You want to see if you like it. So you can do it to a level where you're succeeding, failing, half and half. See what you can do. Some of you might only have it as this. You know, when a guy comes up, you might only feel comfortable doing it before it's locked on. That's good too, as a basic movement, yeah? That's it. That's your rip out. Try it out.